I have a love-hate relationship with sustainability. I love it because it's in the right direction. It's a push in the right direction. And I hate it because people misuse or abuse that term. And I'm teaching a course on distribution packaging. I pose the question to them, would you rather keep your product safe, or would you use 100% sustainable materials? There's a balance. You can have sustainability balance, but not at the sake of protection. If you have an undelivered product or unsaleable product, all of that investment, life cycle assessment studies on packaged product show that product is about 90% of the footprint. You are investing, you're wrapping 10% more investment around an investment that you already made. If you don't think it through, you're not only losing that 90% plus 10%, you have to reinvest 90% and 10%. So distribution packaging in that regard, allows you to do it right the first time around. There's a new regulation in the EU that relates to packaging. It's a PPWR, Packaging and Packaging Waste Regulation. What it relates to is your packaging has to comply with what they are the regulations, which includes recycled content. Is it end of life? Is it recyclable? If it is, you cannot just put a label on it. It needs to be proven that it is actually indeed being recycled. So with that scope, I got a USDA Foreign Agriculture Services grant for the tree nut industry. Again, given the location, a majority of the tree nuts come from California, so I created a proposal which looks at their distribution packaging, not the primary packaging, just the distribution packaging. And the purpose of that was, I know what the PPWR relates to, what is going to pass through the filter, what's not. So it's essentially going to look at the 6 top tree nut products and what packaging they are using currently for distribution, whether it's a super sack or a crate or corrugated boxes, pallets, straps, stretch wrap. And we are cataloging all of that and looking at it from the perspective of, are these shipments going to be held at the port or turned around or sold somewhere else because they don't meet the regulations? It's basically a red, green, yellow flag based on what the input we receive. It's going to be a massive survey. So that's one of the projects. The second project is related to art. I'm working with LACMA Museum from LA area that if you think about it, if you visited a museum, art is not static. They keep changing, and maybe they have some fixed art pieces, but the latest attraction is something that's on loan there, or it's there for a very small time. Now look back and think about, what are these products? So these products are what are packaged, and the packaging, can you accept a 5% damage rate on these, 1% damage rate on these? No, you need to be 0% because these are irreplaceables. And the current way the art is being loaned or moved around between museums or from collectors to museums is in these over-packaged crates. The way I teach distribution packaging, you under packaging or just right or over packaging. These are over-packaged and for a good reason, because they cannot accept any damage. But now the museum industry have been motivated to look at some more sustainable packaging. So I am a consultant on this project with LACMA, and we are currently looking at distribution packaging components from the outer shell or box to the padding and the insulation, and looking at what is available. Include some of the sustainable options. Another expert who's also working on this project is going to look at the life cycle assessment. So it's not just how they perform side by side on shocks and vibrations or temperature and humidity, but also what is their carbon footprint. I was lucky enough, Getty Museum down in LA area invited me, I believe about 4 or 5 years ago. They had found out about my distribution packaging background, and they have a series where the scientists are presented to by an expert. So I got to go there 4 or 5 years ago and got to see their crating department and the packaging department, behind the scenes, amazing, the amount of talent and the know-how they have. They have dozens, if not hundreds, of PhDs working on different parts of not just packaging, but restoring, preventing damage kind of to the product itself. With this project, I'm hoping to go be able to see behind the scenes in a lot more museums. I'm very excited to be working on it.